All right, let's give this another whirl here. See, we are live on the Twitches and we're live on YouTube. There we go. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Some technical difficulties, and I apologize for the late start today, too. I had some problems with my microphone this morning. It was getting some kind of interference from something. I have no idea what it was, but I disconnected and reconnected everything and restarted everything a bazillion times, and it's finally working out. So anyway, here we go. So I really want to find an Eye of Reen. Let me see what timeline that's supposed to drop on. I can't believe I haven't found one yet. I normally always have one by now, but I have not. I have not come across one. Let's see here. It says it's Reign of Dragons. 2.78% chance in Rune of Ascendance. So we want unique or set sword or dagger echo rewards. And we should come across one. So I guess I'm going to head to that timeline here. But let's jump in and get things sorted here and get to it. Let me see. I don't. Oh, yep, something sold. Idle. We'll take it. I've been just burning through the gold. All right, so we want Reign of Dragons, and we want swords. Unique or set items. Let's see, we're at 716 corruption now. I guess let's just start going up. We'll start going up and just go from there. The Void Knight is just shredding now, but his survivability is an issue. 1900 health is not exactly getting the job done in many of these situations. I am getting one tapped. The damage output is just considerable, but I am getting slapped quite frequently. And I still don't have my mana completely sorted. Still kind of working on that too. What do we have? Nothing standing out at me there. Oh. And like, there we go. Low health pool, even with the amount of leech I have. It's kind of funny too that I can... God, it's always the first one of the day too. Jesus. I can face tank like the majority of Aberoth, the Aberoth fight with this character and just leech through everything. Yet just random stuff will smoke me in regular Echo. And then, like I said, the mana issue is just something I'm going to have to continue to work on. But I don't have the right rolls on things. What up, SciTech? How you doing, man? Yeah, anyway, I'm trying to find an Eye of Reen today. I want to try to spin Paly again. But I've got to get some things sorted with it. Let's see how that rolled. Please be LP. It's not LP. On YouTube because you're earning drops on Twitch. That's fair. That is fair. I'm wondering if it's going to cut my earning and drops off. I was only at like 51% before I started stream. I mean, it'll go all night, though. I can always queue it back up later. What's up, Steven? How you doing? What do we have there? Our cocooned spear. I'm kind of running out of need for these beast guys. And you know, it wouldn't bother me if it was just popping them inside of an Echo, but it happened to go through this other dungeon. Kind of eats up a little bit of time. And I'm not really finding anything rewarding that I want anymore. Yeah, I could buy the bags of goodies, but I will find way more of the goodies if I don't do this, is the thing. Like, farming the resources to buy the goodies is just not motivating for me. Because I can find the goodies already, you know? I can actually likely find more in an equal amount of time. And then there's always the threat of death, which ruins that whole Echo for you. Where some of these Echoes, I have very little chance of dying. In others, of course, there's a bunch of threatening mobs. We'll have to see how the old flamey guys do today, because that has been my nemesis this whole season. The flamey guys that just got the nerf. Start a new lineage. 1 LP, Evolution's End. But yeah, anyway, I've got all the stuff since I'm on trade. You know, it's just so easy just to go and buy the items. They're super cheap. You know, even for relatively good ones. All of the items I would want anyway. I really want to get that fire Paly going. But I still don't know what I want to do with them. I really want to get like a fire cyclone setup going for higher corruption. But I'm just not sure how to sort it all out. And then the Wisp amulet is so good. Yet so weak all at the same time. The spreading the ignites around is so crazy good. But when you're spinning, the wisps are not like I anticipated it to be. Like, there's a slight delay before the wisp spawns. It spawns on a specific enemy. And then, like, I was picturing using that amulet and running around and just spamming judgment all over the screen. And that's definitely not what happened. You know? I don't see any swords here yet, so we'll just keep pushing down. I blew all of my eyes last night farming Aberoth. Didn't really get any loot from it, but I do have a bunch of needles. So getting my corruption pushed up should not really be an issue. As long as I can live. This 1900 health is not doing me any favors, that's for sure. Even with the massive leech. Just so much damage, though. It just shreds it. This is the only, funny enough, the Eye of Reens, there's none of the popular builds are using it at all, yet it's crazy expensive. And I'm not sure if that's because of the rarity, because it does, you know, I haven't seen one at all. So obviously there's some rarity there, you know? But something being rare that's not being used, you'd think the prices would come down on it because nobody will be buying it. But people are still listing them for just silly prices. But I think if I got rid of the Smite Sword, the thing with the Smite Sword that makes it tough is you get that Smite for free, But it's just so easy to find like a 3 LP version of it. It's such a low, it's so low on the LP scale that they're really, really easy to come by a good one, you know, and they're cheap. And that's just more ignites, and then that's how you can also get that spreading the flames going without using the scepter. The smites will spread the flames if you're spec'd into it, of course. All right. Well, we got just unique items. It's not the right unique, but it is a unique item, so it's possible it could drop. But I still need a better chest. I've actually got some really good chest setups already sitting for the Paly. Let's see. We got to go up and around. It just went on the alley res. That's alright. I'll sell it for something. It won't sell for much, but it'll be something anyway. What up, Spades? How you doing? If I went with the fire spin Paly and I used the tier 8 one-handed axe, then of course I would have to make a decision. And I think as far as just raw damage output, I think the Eye of Reen in the offhand, if I can find something that's like 2 LP or higher, you don't have to, you know, obviously going Ignite, you're not going into crit. And the Eye of Reen is all based on crit. But you attack so much. What's up, Kizamora? Yeah, you attack so much that you're still just going to get a ton of crits anyway. Let's do this unique, and then I'll just come over and do this. And get, we'll keep pushing the corruption level up. I'm going to hit a wall pretty soon, probably, actually, because of my hero health, or my health being so low. Want to see when I run into it, though. It shows the differences in power, though. Last season, slightly before this point, in slightly better gear than what I have right now, I had kind of hit a wall. And it just shows the power level of those primordial items, you know? Bow is not what we wanted. Alright, do I have... I'm not sure if I want this or not. I'll save it just to save it. This ended up being a brick. We'll see if we can get anything for that. I still got things to go into Nemesis. I've got 2 different headpieces I've been swapping back and forth between. Getting that +4, and more importantly, the 92% increased void damage, then 35% increased void damage, and the 12% health. This one makes me a little tankier, but my damage falls off a little. I'm going to stick with the one I have for the time being. Yeah, see, there's a axe, mace, or spear. We need the other one. I guess let's come on down and see if we can't push the corruption up a little bit. If I can survive that one. I tell you what, I did ended up playing around with the Paly as Judgment. One thing that I liked more than I thought I was going to like is using Healing Hands as a movement ability. You don't have to lock onto a target. You can just select an area. It feels really good for a movement ability. But yeah, we're able to shred pretty good here. We'll pass on that one. All right, let's get a boss kill in first, but I need a needle. Let's just grab a couple of them here because we're going to be using them today. Throw it in right there. I almost went for it. We got to get the boss kill first. Don't need the Harbinger on this one. This guy is starting to one-tap me if I stay in stuff, where normally on this guy I can just ignore everything. I can't really ignore everything anymore. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. Do we choke or do we not? The benefit we get here of doing this particular woven echo is we don't lose Gaze of Orbuses if we choke, which is so nice. Almost stood in that. That would have been a one tap. What a time to run out of mana. One of the things I'm finding now is if, besides getting one shot, as far as just the incidental damage that comes in, if I can keep spinning on the boss, I can normally heal through it. But, you know, the one taps, of course, are still a thing. Another mana. See, I'm running out of mana a lot. I shouldn't be running out of mana like this, where it stops me, and that's because I still haven't fixed it yet. I need a mana regen piece. Like, in a perfect world, I'd have resistance while channeling and mana regen on that anchor, but getting a 2 LP anchor is another story altogether. Alright, anyway. Let's try him again. I gotta let my mana restore fully in between each kill. Is just all, you know, it's just how it is. God dang it. I didn't. I stood directly at it that time. But yeah, that's gonna kill me. That's gonna one-tap me every time. If I keep standing there. God damn it, I did it again. Ugh. So obsessed with getting the echoes down. Almost stood in that. But it wasn't enough to one-tap me. Alright, I'm gonna let my mana regen up before I trigger the next one. That should be good. Yeah, if I can get the echoes popped up and I don't stand in any of the explosions, it's just so easy, even at this corruption. What's going on, Mr. Mamby? Yeah, I'm just not finished yet, you know? I've got this character doing really, really well, but it's just not fine-tuned yet. I'm hoping to get a nice, sizable upgrade today and switch over to the Paly. God damn it, I did it again. That stupid meteor, man. It's getting me every goddamn time. It sucks too. I steamroll these things off stream, and then as soon as I hit stream now, I just choke after choke after choke. It's so frustrating. It's the nature of being a content creator. See what I mean? It's ridiculous. I didn't die on this fight from 500 to 700 corruption. Not once. Now I'm getting frustrated, though. Being frustrated is not going to help anything. Oh, you know what? I didn't put my idle back in. That's not going to be a huge difference, but it will be a difference on the mana. least let the mana get up to 200. Another thing I thought about is turning off Abyssal Echoes. I'm not using it as a buff, and I think that's the main purpose of using it. You do get some Time Rot stacks up, but I stack the Time Rot so easily now anyway. So I'm not sure. I mean, I would have to try it without. But that would allow me to add Healing Hands in as a... God dang it. I did it again, but I saw it coming that time at least. And spammed the potion. Alright, third one down. Well, we shouldn't have any more of those meteors. We've had 2 of them. This is supposed to be using all of the different types of Oribus. Not getting the same abilities over and over. God damn it, are you kidding me? A third one? Alright, I'm tempted just to not do this and just continue on. I'll get another one that will be a different set of abilities. I'm going to try it one more time. If I choke again, I'm going to keep pushing down the tree, though, because this is just a waste of time. I mean, I said I was going to run into a wall soon. Maybe I've run into it, you know? I gotta fix my health. It's just all there is to it. And now I'm frustrated and impatient, so I'm not gonna wait for my mana. So hopefully I don't have a mana issue. I can't believe it keeps giving me the stupid meteor. What up, Lucalia? 3 out of the 4 Oribuses in this one have had the meteor. It's just so goddamn triggering. It's like the one thing I'm just terrible at getting out of the way of from Oribus is that meteor. It's driving me nuts. Get some Void Essences stacked up here. If I could just have them spawn on top of 3 echoes, it would not make it to the meteor. It would be a non-issue. Oof. All right, one more. If this one has a meteor too, I'm going to scream. Twice. Shit. Out of potions. Out of mana. Oh my god, it's another meteor? That is so rude, man. I got him, but god dang, that's rude. And we got an Omnis, but no belt. It still just amazes the shit out of me. All right, well, at least that's done. What are we at now? Like 750? 774. We're getting there. So once again, we're looking for, you know what? Let me go check the market and see how much those are selling for right now. Let's see. Irene. Well, the 0 LP ones are cheap, but ideally we'd want a 2 LP. 900,000. I mean, that's very achievable. See, I think even with having a low crit chance, it's 300% increased fire damage over time. If you keep it fully stacked, which you should be able to keep it fully stacked. But let me check for a 2 LP anchor too. See if the prices on those have dropped below a bazillion. Wrong dude. That's a relic, not a amulet. Where the hell's it at? Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. The prices on those have come way down. Oh, shit. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Derp. Anchor. I was like, holy shit, man. The prices have dropped on those. The prices on these have come down a little, too. It was several million for one just a couple days ago. The problem is then you lose the hit. Let's see, I've got a couple to sell probably. Let's see. Anchors. That one's such a hunk of shit. Here, let me just see if just somebody will just buy that. Just to get it out of my inventory. Oops. Oh, I can't sell that one. Poison resistance. That's another junker. Oh, I can't sell that one either. Well, I might as well throw them away then. No point in keeping those around. They're never going to be used. That one and that one can go in the dumpster. I need to get some 2 LP Dark Strides as well. What else did I have? I got 2 Omnises. Oh, we got that Nihilus. Let me see on that one. I mean, the prices on those have dropped way down too. So many people farming Aberoth now. I mean, it's pretty cheap. I mean, we'll just throw it up for something low. Still got a decent roll on it, I guess. We'll put it at 40K. Super low. All right, and then I think it's for a Nemesis. All this stuff is for Nemesis. Yeah, so we'll just save everything else. All right, let's get back to it. The Reign of Dragons, and we're looking for Sword rewards. If there's any sword rewards in there. If I don't find something before I get over, let's say 850 corruption. If I get to 850 corruption before I find anything, I think I'm just going to switch to the Paly and get him leveled up a little. One of my psychological weaknesses in this game, or not just this game, but all games like this, is once I get to level 100, I just don't want to grind on that character because I feel like I'm missing out by not getting any experience. It's one of those, I get the FOMO going on the XP. Alright, not interested in any of that stuff, but let's throw an Omnis in there and see what happens. These little shooty guys like to off-screen me. Got to be cautious and not running a straight line all the time, which I'm terrible at too when I'm playing spin builds. The World Splitters, a pretty nice addition, but this sword I've got is so good that to keep the build functional, I would need a 2 LP with a perfect, and I would have to hit the roll for it to be worth using. Yeah, every time I come into one of these now, it just drives me nuts too, because it's, like I said, it's, you know, the main benefit at this point I'm getting of running these is just the XP. And I'm getting no value out of the XP since I already hit 100. It's, I realize it's all in my head, but it's there. It's there and I can't fight it off. Not a very good time to run out of mana. Alright, what do we got? Exalted melee weapons? Yeah, why not? I think it's the one downside of this league mechanic. I didn't have a problem with the mechanic, really. But I think the downside of it is it runs out of usefulness. Where, I mean, your chances of getting something worth selling are so slim that, like, the only benefit of continuing running it would be in the hopes of finding something valuable. Alright, let's see if we can find a nemesis in here. I'm not immune to slow anymore. Where I was immune to slow for a while. It doesn't look like there's one here, though. Let me see. No, doesn't appear. Which way do we go? I guess let's go this way and up. There we go. Oh, it rolled health. That might turn out okay. Especially if it gets another hit on it. So I need a better helm, better gloves. Actually, my gloves are probably fine. I'm using the Aberoth gloves. I think we're just going to bail on this one. Go here and light the area up a little. That way maybe we can see a sword echo reward. I thought this was going to go up and around. I guess it still might, but might be a dead end. Did I not just do this? I don't feel like this... I did that guy very many times. There's those stupid fire guys that just got nerfed. Thank God. I think we'll save that for a potential Forge Guard. Set item, exalted melee weapon. Yeah, see, there's just the generics. I don't know if it's going to do me any good to light that area up. I guess we can. Light it up and see if there's any one-handed swords. Oh, good. We got fire breathers. Hopefully that nerf brought them down into line a little more. Can't not pick up that keystone. What was that back there? Glyph of Despair. We'll yoink it. Ooh, no. You know, I am fairly tempted to drop Abyssal Echoes. I wonder how much of a difference it would make. Like, if it would be super noticeable if I got rid of it. I mean, I know it would be super noticeable as far as the mana. Because that's a big part of what's chunking away my mana right now. I'm wondering if it would be a big impact on our damage, though. All right, let's see what that lit up. Another Exsanguious. We can Nexus that. What do we got? We got none of the nodes that we're looking for. That's a bummer. We need the one that's set or unique one-handed sword or dagger. It's like farming one of the specific one-handers, particularly that one that's just priced bad, is where COF would pay off big time over trade. It's just not worth spending all that on because it's going to be a test anyway. Might not end up even using it. you know. What do we got there? Fizz damage. I heard you, Loot Filter. What were you? Alright, still nothing opening up. Let's just keep heading up here. I'll have to see where the tomb ends up on this one. Might not end up running it. Actually, it's just right here. Never hurts to get another cloth to roll on. What did we get? 129 health. And ended up turning into a tier 6 roll. That might actually sell. I didn't look at the other rolls. I'll have to look at the other rolls. Running out of mana with these big heavy hitters around is just such a bad thing. Oh, yep. I saw that coming. Alright, we got another boss fight. We might as well use a needle. I really want to get off this timeline. I wish I would find a workable version of that sword. %, no thanks. We got another relic. Nope, another 0 LP one, though. See, another thing is if I got rid of Abyssal Echoes, I could free up that one and that one. And that one I could probably sell for at least $1 million. And I could go with echo damage. I don't need the crit that's on these things. I'm way over cap. You only got to get to 140. I'm at 151. You know, I wonder what my crit would be at trying that World Splitter now, because the World Splitter fixes those mana issues. But I think I'm going to need melee crit chance and attack speed on it. The thing I got now is I got 2 tier 7s on this sword. And I've got attack speed and crit chance, which are just both so enormous for the build, you know? Alright. Guess we better kill these guys off. Let's try Annihilus this time. Every season, well, I mean, since the Nemesis has been a thing, I've usually gotten lucky with a really crazy, like, 3 or 4 LP, at least once each season. But I haven't really gotten lucky on any Nemesis stuff yet. He just imploded. I mean, shy of just, besides just periodically standing in things, it still feels pretty smooth. It's just my HP is so unhealthy low. Alright, come on, Nemesis. Have been kind. What was that? Oh, god damn it. Blew all my potions there. Oh shit, we did it again. I got something else. Let me just get the Nemesis out so I got something to slap on. Oh no! You know what? I want to do it and see if it works. I'm tired of this running out of mana business. See if I can, the power drop is too much with getting rid of echoes. That frees up a point for me in the whirlwind tree too, or in the warpath tree. To look if there, I don't think there's any buffs that go along with healing hands. Let's just get out of here and try it out. All right, so what do we want to do? First off, let's get rid of this. And then let's dump this altogether. And instead, let's try healing hands as movement. Ward. Or no, shit. I don't want that because we're using it as movement. Yeah, there's nothing really. That gives you a buff or really debuffs enemies. There's... yeah. That's pretty decent. To reduce void damage taken. I'm not sure where we'll go. But let's try that out. And now we got a movement ability again, which is kind of helpful. But more importantly, look at how much slower my mana falls. Not casting those. Let's see if we run out of mana at all. Or how long is it takes us to run out of mana. It looks like we're getting that third Void Essence just in time. Now, of course, as we had kills... yeah, it's just see how it plays inside of some matches. We'll go here and up. You know, I think I need to head out to the dummy to really look at the numbers. Where you at, you sniping bastard? Let's see. We got 90% increased physical damage. I'm not sure anybody's going to want that either. I don't think that's worth anything. I'm just going to leave it on the ground. Oh, god dang it, man. I feel like it's not giving me any beast kills and just keeps taking me back into this thing. Or am I crazy? Have I been killing beasts? I don't feel like I've done that many maps. What do we got? So let's go for the bones. How many bones am I even back up to? Whoa! Yeah, fire breathing guy definitely got nerfed. That would have been a one-shot before today's update. I guess its damage is ramping now, is the big thing. They didn't change the fact that it's a absolute off-screen aimbot, but I gotta remember I got a movement ability now. I keep forgetting. What we got here now? So many of these stupid fire guys everywhere. Alright, there was my first mana issue. Want to see how it goes the next Orbis fight, because I was having it every Orbis fight pretty much. Alright, what do we got? 10 points. There's never really been many people playing or leaving DD2. The numbers go up and down every time there's an update. They're actually, let's look, they're actually up over last year. A lot of people will tell you there's a reason, but there's not really a reason. First off, DD2 just doesn't have a bunch of people that stream the game. But let's see, the last 30 days, 374.5 average players. That's August. August 2024. It's down 22 players over August 2024. Last month, it was up 75 players. But, I mean, it's up. The player base is up over June, April, May, June, March. March, it averaged 336 players. April, it averaged 326. May, averaged 324. June, averaged 330. Last 30 days, it's at 374. So if you look over like a last 6 months trend, the player base is actually up, not down. Well, I mean, the player base goes up and down in between updates. When an update hits, stream DD2, you'll have lots of people interested. In between updates, not so much. Any fire damage? We don't need divine bolts. Let's get the mana cost down. Wonder if this ward is probably not worth much. We don't want to channel it. We get one more point there, screw it. Get the auto cast. I just wonder if I want to go up to that. It feels like that taking less void damage would be a good thing. Not sure where else I would want to go here. Guess we can go there. Where do we want our whirlwind point we freed up? I think the obvious choice is movement speed, but we could also go area. Let's go area. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, nice, Ejecto. I appreciate it. You're probably right. The movement speed will be more quality of life for sure. Let's just yoink that point back out, and we'll put it in movement speed, because that's a negligible... I mean, that's just barely noticeable area difference. Yeah, right. Let's keep heading up. Once again, we're looking for unique or set one-handed sword rewards. Which, to be honest, I'll probably find one dropping naturally before I find that stupid node. I mean, it feels pretty good so far for the most part. That's pretty good. All right, what do we want to go for this time? These are all Garbo. Let's go with an Omnis, and then we'll go see what those things are worth after we pick this one up. All right, we got our point back already. Do I have a favorite game? Not really. It's really hard to say. Whatever my favorite game that week is changes on a weekly basis. The game that I put the most hours into is easily World of Warcraft. In fact, I would even go as far as to say if you combine the amount of gameplay time that I have in all other games combined, it might be about what I've put into World of Warcraft. But I haven't played it in What, it's been at least 15 years. I think. Oop. The Division, I had a blast playing, but I played it during the era of the cheddar cheese, and it got really irritating that you had to glitch into walls in the dark zone to be able to compete with anybody. Rive. Boo. One of the benefits with the Division I had is I played with real life friends from work. Well, we might as well kill him again. And, you know, playing any game with friends is always better, but when you're playing with real life friends, it's just takes it up another notch even. See, having the movement speed, being able to get in and out of things like that is so huge. I don't know, I don't feel like I really lost any time to kill or anything there. Feels real similar. I don't think Abyssal Echoes was adding too much, and it's because I wasn't using the buff. If I was using the buff, it would feel way more significant. But I didn't want to have to cast it. I'm surprised Orbis didn't pop up yet. Just keep heading straight out and away. What do we get? Frailty. That ward you get from the healing hands is so nothing. That's probably a waste of points. What do we got there? That one's a no. Boo. Now it's... If I jump back into a Division game now, I would probably check out the Division 2. I've got friends that play it, and it looks good. Plus, I grew up in DC, so they did a really good job with recreating the cities in 1 and 2. Like, you can go... Well, I mean, I could anyway, because I was relatively familiar with... or vaguely familiar, I guess, with New York City. I could kind of go down the roads in the game and know where I was at. You know? I thought that was pretty cool, that they did such a good job with that. Well, that's the game you should be streaming there, Ejecto. I mean, if you're going to stream a game that has a big player base, you know? Or a bigger player base. Like, for me personally, and particularly my YouTube channel, the smartest thing for me to do would be to stream Stardew Valley every single day. You know, I've got a large Stardew Valley fan base on YouTube, and I never do any Stardew Valley content. That's all from when I did it before. And it's got an enormous player base, you know? So, I mean, you got to stream something that you love that has people that are willing to watch it. I would imagine the Division 2's player base is probably fairly decent right now. Right. Mirages on a rogue piece. Or that is a rogue thing. Or no, isn't that a lethal mirage? Is that a rogue thing? I thought that was a mage thing. No? No promises there. It's just not, one of the main games I play. One of the thing with ARPGs is if you really like ARPGs, there's almost always something going on in the ARPG world, Unless you're the type of person that only will play one and never play another one. Like, if you just like ARPGs in general, which I just do, you got Torchlight Infinite, you got Diablo 3, Diablo 4, Path of Exile 2, Last Epoch, of course. I mean, there's just almost always some season going on or just something going on, It's how ARPG content creators stay busy all the time. There's always an update in one of the games, And I do love ARPGs. It's one of my favorite genres of game. All right, well, it's a regular Oribus. I might have struggles with a regular Oribus. See, that one's 58. They're both the same corruption. Let's go here just in hopes of getting the unique sword. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. A regular Oribus might whoop my butt. I might have to go down another stretch and get to the other thing because I don't want to lose all of the gazes, Ooh, hello there, little lizards. Not one of them is a unique lizard. God dang it, really? That's just rude. How rude of you, game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Warframe's a super fun game. And see, I'm into another one. There's no way I've killed enough beasts. I don't feel like I've done that many echoes. I don't know, it feels like something has changed here. Shit. Ran out of mana. See, the mana thing's still a thing. Well, I mean, it's going to be a thing until I fix it. It's taking so much damage now. When I run out of mana, though, that all gets compounded because my resistances and stuff drop through the floor when I'm not spinning. Oof. Well, so much for that node. I guess we'll go to this one. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I just don't even want to go into that stupid thing. You know, with PoE2's new league launching tomorrow, and the mechanic in this one not necessarily being everyone's favorite, I think that might bring quite a few people over to PoE2. Shit, there's too many mobs running around. Let me deal with them first. Right. Well, let's just throw that in there since I got mobs coming. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm feeling like the damage may have dropped off, and the mana issue seems pretty consistent. It's like I need a little bit more mana regen. There we go. For the most part, yeah. Pretty much all games I use keyboard and mouse. Like Survivors, like when I play Vampire Survivors or whatever, I like to use my controller. But most games I do keyboard mouse. All right. Well, we'll see. This might end up being a facepalm. I got 3 gazes to spare, so if it's close and I die... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I gotta leave. I just saw the stupid sword thing I've been looking for the whole time. That didn't cost me a gaze. Okay. That's the node I've been looking for this whole time. I don't want to reset it and lose that node. So let me get over to it. I've got one of those little Razer Tartarus gamepads that I use with like ARPGs. With a shooter, I use a traditional keyboard mouse. But with ARPGs, I use the mouse, and then I use that little the little gamepad, the little Razer Tartarus gamepad thing. But, I mean, it gets, you know, muscle memory, just what you're used to. This is what I'm used to. So it works out best for me. And then when I'm playing, like, DD2 or whatever, I just use the regular keyboard and mouse. I'm just not a big controller guy besides, like, in... top-down 2D type games or twin-stick shooter type games, something like that. I like using a controller more. Yeah, I mean, for everybody, it's what you get used to. I know a guy that that plays primarily shooters with a controller, and his aim is just impeccable. Elemental resistance. Sucks. I mean, I could always abandon it, but if I get another roll, it might work out. Is this going to go down and around and over? I think it is. You know, the problem with the healing hands is when I'm out of memory, or out of mana, and I stop casting for a second, or stop spinning for a second, and then start spinning, it casts healing hands. Which bricks my mana even further. So I think I sabotaged myself there with adding in the healing hands, to be honest. Alright, do I have anything to roll? Yep. We gotta come over here. I don't really have any to roll. I wonder if I got any in the... I'm sure I've got something in the stash to roll. Actually, that one could end up being pretty good. Minion cast speed, or maybe not. Healing effectiveness. Not great. Alright, let's hit this node and then we'll go back over to Orbis. God, I'm glad I saw that before I reset it. Yeah, I'm on YouTube and Twitch. For a while there, I was doing Twitter and Kick as well, but Kick is just overrun with bots. Big time. Like, you have to make your chat subscriber only and everything, which, you know, a lot of people don't have a problem with, but I've always been against that sort of thing. I guess I have to do the same thing on YouTube. On YouTube, it's subscriber only chat because of bots. YouTube, it's not as spammy. Kick, it's out of control. Like, if you don't have subscriber only chat, you will have, like, a bot a minute. It's that bad. It's really, really bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. Another 2 LP Polaris. Which I probably don't need any more of those, but... Didn't really roll anything. I might be able to sell it for a couple of peanuts and some pocket lint. There's another one of those. We can throw that. Throw that in a Nemesis as well. Alright. Moment of truth. Ah, wrong sword. Boo. Alright, let's give Orbis a whirl here. If I don't choke, this puts me over 800 corruption. What happened? Oh no. Hopefully that didn't cost me one of my gazes, but we're bugged. I'm gonna have to restart. Let's see. We want to sell some of this stuff. I mean, it probably won't sell for much. Well, thanks, Ejecto. I appreciate it. What does a 2LP version of this sell for? Probably nothing. They're so common. I sold something, it looks like. Yeah, 1,000 gold. We sold that cheap Nihilus. Alright, so that's not really worth selling. Don't know why I picked that up. We want to throw all that stuff into Nemesis when we get to it. see if that will sell for anything. Where the hell is it at? Oh, there it is. Those are not really selling for much. I mean, I'll put it up for like 20K just to get rid of it. It's not bad. It's just not what I need. All right. And then what else do we have? We got that to sell. We got that to sell. And we got that to sell. All right, let's see the Nihilus again. It's way easier to grow on YouTube. Twitch is an absolute mess. It's nearly impossible to get discovered on Twitch. Unless you got enormous boobs. If you're a chick with big tits and you're willing to stick them in the camera, yeah, you're going to get a bunch of followers then. But, let's be honest. That's it. There's not really a whole lot of options. Let's see, 46K for a regular 1LP. That one's got 90% physical damage on it. We'll throw that into the pool with the cheapies. And then... what was the other one? An Omnis. Those are dirt cheap. But I got one with health and one with frailty. 1LPs are just so cheap, though. It's almost not even worth bothering. All right. All right, see if it'll let me trigger that one up again. Where were we? Reign of Dragons. No, there is zero discoverability on Twitch. The thing with YouTube is when someone watches you stream on YouTube, they're watching you stream for you. When someone watches you stream on Twitch, when you're a small streamer, and not, you know, Asmongold or whatever, then people are watching you for the game. And if you don't play that game, then people don't watch you. Twitch is awful. In fact, I wouldn't even stream to Twitch, period, if it wasn't for being an affiliate and having subs. I wouldn't even bother. It's zero discoverability for you. Unless you fall into that big boobs category. And then, you know, you'll have all the little kiddos. All right, here we go. This will be a lot harder than the other one, I think. Got to get out of that. Oof, yeah. Actually got him down pretty far, but he's just got so much more health. It's hard to stay out of everything. Let's try it again. I got 2 more gazes. I can choke 2 more times before I don't do it anymore. It's all about those echoes, man. If I can get these echoes to stack. Nope, he got me again. What was it? Black hole explosion. I didn't even see it. Well, I mean, we might as well try it again. Like I said, I got one more gaze. I'm willing to give up. I just need those echoes to pop a little bit more consistently. There we go. We got him. No belt, of course, but another Omnis. Jeez. Well, there's 800 corruption. 832. Considering I'm still rocking 1900 health, I don't feel like that's that bad. Well, I mean, a belt is worth like 100 times more than the Omnis on the market, too. So it's not just me. It's, you know, the belts are just rare. They're a lot more common on that woven echo. Well, I've found more belts than I've found Omnis. But they're all 1 LP, and none of them have worked out in the Nemesis for me. I haven't gotten a 2 LP, or I haven't seen a 2 LP yet. And I kind of have as a Void Knight, once you get this high, not that I'm very high, but once you get into the, like, say, 300 plus, you're going to have a real problem if you don't have that chance to cleanse, the ailment cleansing on your belt. So you're forced to use that one, which means I'm missing out on a big void damage multiplier. See, on the Paly, you don't have that problem because you get your cleanse, you know, you get your cleanse through Holy Aura. But I got to replace that. I got to replace this. That's my two biggest ones. I mean, I could get a 2 LP of that would be huge. And a 2 LP of that would be huge. And a 2 LP of that would be huge. You know, there's a lot of things that would be huge if I got a 2 LP of. But I think mainly it's this Titan Heart, to be honest. Yeah, it makes it a little tougher. Well, let's see how 832s go. I do feel like I'm not benefiting here, though. So I think I'm going to respec that and go back. And I just have to fix, I've just got to fix it, you know? I'm so tempted whether or not to use it as a buff. It's a 20% attack speed buff and 20% damage versus blinded. But you have to manually use it. The auto procs don't proc it. I feel like I want to go into the armor shred, though. Just leave it at that. And I'm not going to actually proc it until I can get... or this 1 point back in, which is just 1 echo. I mean, I feel like I would feel pretty good with what's going on if I just had a little bit more hero health, or a little more health, which is going to come from, well, a big chunk of it will come from that chest piece. Getting a 2 LP Titan Heart, and that is actually very realistic. It's like 1,000,000 gold. But you got to get the roll is the problem. And that's, you know, that's the hard part. God damn, that dude is just lasering me down, huh? What the hell's his problem? And then the other challenge I have let's see, do we want to go out into this stuff? I feel like so. We get the Abyssal Decay spreads. And then we can go back into that one. Alright, so we got automated Abyssal Decays again. No more movement. I just feel like it was better. I worked in casinos for a long time. It was a very old casino term. This is where the name came from. I can feel that 10% movement speed. It seems like so little, but I can actually notice it. All right, do I even have a workable chest? If I went and bought one of those? That would give me mana, which would help. Well, assuming I got the roll. The 10% health kind of sucks. That's the same as... Or no, that's 12% increased mana. Or 4% health, which sucks. That one is probably the best one. Let me see if there's a 2 LP Titan Heart for sale that I can afford. Now, a juice bag was where the commission on a craps table went into. Well, right. Yeah, you can only do one guarantee, so you got to make sure that you have or you've got something workable. Like I've at least, it's only a tier 4 health roll. So I would rather get the 120 health probably than the tier 4 health roll. It's still going to be it's still going to be one that I end up replacing. We went 2 LP. Oh, anyway, the commission on a craps table is, the slang term is the juice. And you put that commission money into the juice bag. And that's what I used to do for a living, so it came from that. See, 39% melee damage, 34% health on my current one. So I don't want to lose. Yeah, see, we're out of my budget before we get into anything that's not a loss. I don't know. I think that's the reason I haven't done it yet, is I don't want to settle. And I don't want to lose to gain a small amount somewhere else. Where did I even put that one? Did I throw it? What the hell did I do with it? That's not it. That's not it. I didn't drop it on the ground, did I? Oh, it's in the forge, derp. Good call. I leave shit in the forge so much. Let's put it over here so I remember where it's at. You'd think by now I would automatically go to the forge to look for a missing item, because I leave stuff in there so much. Oh, sorry. Had a message there. I'm gonna go grab a drink more real quick, y'all, and we'll continue the push. Hell, let's see if we can get to 900. Oh. Or no, that's the catch-up. Or no, that's a confluence already. Wow. See, I get free... I'm basically gonna get free, assuming I don't choke. I'm gonna get a free 50-some corruption. I'm gonna get that plus another 36. So that's what, 50, 40, 54? 54 corruption? Anyway, give me just a moment. You know, I'm gonna go grab a drink and use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Yeah, right. I am back. Ready for the long weekend. Oh yeah, you got a 3-day work week. What are you gonna do, SciTech? You gonna You gonna give PoE 2 a whirl? Man, see, if you could get that Confluence, that's that Woven Echo. If you could get that to pop this quick every time, you could climb Corruption so fast. And the benefit you get from doing that one is you never lose your gazes. And I think it's easier because the individual bosses aren't as tanky. Wrong sword. Dang it. We gotta deal with these mobs before I mess with that. Is that everything? I don't remember what I'm supposed to be going into here. I mean, we could try this. You really need to go into that too, I guess. See, the only thing that's really a benefit is this, the damage increase. You know what? Let's just put it there. Let's try it. Little Keeper's Gloves action. What do we want this time? Let's throw some Dark Strides in there. See if we can get lucky on those. All right, Mr. Bambi, we'll have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out, man. Oof. Big shot there from Hummy. The Super Sci-Tech Scepter. All right, so I got to do a boss to get some gazes. Because currently, I don't have enough. We're actually really close to a boss. I can just use one. Don't need the Harby. I should actually be doing these Harbinger kills, because I do need more eyes. Oh, shit. I think I stayed in it too long. Yep, I stayed in it too long. I think we got enough change. Yeah. I feel like my movement speed just fell through the floor. Alright, we got no other rolls on that one. Another 1 LP. God dang it, man. I got no more points to spend there. Alright, well, here we go. And like I said, the benefit here is if you die, you can just try it again, and you don't lose the gaze. And that's 58 corruption. Shit, man, I might make it to 900 today. Assuming I can kill this guy. Like I said, I'm still shocked that I haven't just run into a straight wall with my health being so low. Ooh. Even saw that one coming and still stood in it. Alright, he crit me. That's the first time I've died to a crit since I went below 100% crit avoidance. I've got like 80% or something. So, I mean, it's something I need to be conscious of. I can be crit, but I haven't noticed it. Alright, let's get the mana back up before we try the second guy. That's probably good. Where the echoes at? Good lord, man. Oh, he went over and hugged the wall. I hate it when he does that. We can get some echoes in there, it won't matter. Yep. I got stuck too, so that was pretty good timing for him to die. Got to keep running to keep the devouring orbs being formed, because that's where my void essence are coming from. Getting mana regen on something else will certainly help that. Or just breaking down and going with the world splitter. See, man, the echoes pops, shit just dies. That's just beautiful. But I need a 2 LP world splitter, and I got to get a good roll on it. I got to get lucky and hit the enchant I want. Oof. That was easy peasy. And we got a belt. A 1 LP Shattered Chains. I mean, that's gold. We'll take it. What did that get us to? 890. So close. I gotta go run out and put that Shattered Chains on the market. Let's see. What are 1LPs going for? What is mine at? 5360. 53% armor, 60 melee damage. God, they're so expensive. 10% less melee damage is 700,000. There's a 63% for 800. I think we put it at 700,000. It'll make it sell quick. All right. Well, shit, let's creep this thing up to 900. Guy, wouldn't that be awesome to get another confluence? All right, I said if I went to 850, I was going to swap to the Paly. But now I'm close enough where I want to go over 900. Because it's right there, right? Which way we want to go? Let's go this way. We got champs all over the place. No such luck with another one popping right away. There's some helmets, though. It's only rare helmets, though. I want Exalted. Just go right for the ogre. Screw it. God damn it, the mana, man. Fuck. Yep. I almost feel like I'm dying more to the mana problems than anything else. I mean, that's a low roll, but... What do I got on that? Flat mana? Let's see what it turns into. That would help that would get me to the armor cap, I think. Even though it's a tier 6. You know what? Let's be ballsy since this is a throwaway anyway. Let's go to tier 3 and then try to seal it. No. Oh my god, we sealed it at tier 4. Okay. This might be okay. Out of potential. Damn it. That fixes my crit avoidance too. And I lose what? 117% echo damage. But that might be worth it for the crit avoidance and the mana and the armor. Let's take a look. I'm at 245 mana. If we use that one instead, I'm basically the same. 243. That's weird. Hey, because it's only 4%. Is that close enough where it's worth it, though? Because actually, I'm not that far. See, I was 71% there. That's only 2% further on the armor cap. I'm not sold that's worth it. Plus, it bricks my poison resistance. Actually, it's 74, only one under. I don't know. Let's try it and see if I notice a difference. I'm sure I won't. I'm going to fix this one because I want to keep going this way. I don't know. I feel like that it's a pretty big dip in the echo damage. Well, there was out of mana. I am going to throw that one into the Weaver tree because I got a jank one there now. Chill. Boo. I mean, it's slightly more armor, and I'm over the crit avoidance cap now, so I can't be critically hit. So if it doesn't really feel different in damage, I feel like it's probably the best thing to do is just stick with it. I don't know, mixed emotions. Let's throw this here instead of the one that we did have there. And then I'll just save that for potential craft. If I can ever find a 2LP anchor. All right, I guess let's just go this, keep going out. Oops. Trying to use my movement speed that's not, or my movement ability that's not there. Crappy cradle. Hopefully this is going to go over and around. Looks like it will. Screw that blue lizard. God damn it. Always while chasing the loot. At least I get the loot now. Do I bother? I hate doing these dead nodes. It just irritates the shit out of me. But I kind of want to go out that path. Uh-oh. Of course not. Of course it can't give me LP. Screw you, beast. All right. Ah, that's an axe. There's another confluence, though. I didn't see that one. Let's go down to it. I'll let you all decide after we go over 900 on what I do for the rest of the stream. I figure I got about another hour. A little bit of a late start today. Was having some microphone issues early. It didn't give me anything else. I'm just going to banish it. I don't care about the rest of that stuff. I do feel like there's some changes I could make to get those extra 2 movement speed points. That's 20% increased movement speed. But part of the issue now is I'm so focused on crit and attack speed, I don't have the flat melee void damage. And that's such a big movement speed multiplier when you're using these Darkstride boots. I mean, just 100 void damage is 20% additional move speed for free with something that you're benefiting from anyway. So it's very, very worth to stack the flat damage for movement speed, but you know, you gotta get the roll on your weapon, basically. What do we have? Inheritance at 16. I guess we'll take it. All right. Let's just roll a few of these. Hmm. Oh, well. So much for that roll. Alright, so we gotta do another boss first, right? Yeah, we need more gazes. So, let me grab another needle. Alright, look, I've been going without that idle slot this whole time because I forgot. And then let's just grab another boss kill. I can definitely feel the difference in echo damage there, without a doubt. All right, let's get that back in, and this should... Well, I mean, I gotta beat it first. But that'll give me more than enough to get over 900, which is 200 corruption higher than I planned it being at today. So I'm pretty stoked to see I made it there without fixing my health. Because I thought for sure I was getting really close to my wall. Go, go, mana, go. It was a little risky staying inside of that, but I was hoping I was going to be able to get him down, and luckily I was. Well, I mean, if I get the echo stacked, he's dying pretty quick. I don't feel like I'm missing that echo damage. Wow, that was a face roll that time. No belt. 2 LP siphon. I got so many of those now. But I guess we'll add it to the collection. Don't need that. I'm not sure what to do on these helms. I'm going to get them out of my inventory, though. We'll just put them right there. 17%. That's my best one. All right. There we go. 948. I'm pretty stoked about it. All right. So here you go, y'all. Leave it up to you all. I got what? I got another 30, 45 minutes. Would you guys rather see me working on the Judgment Paly? Or would you rather me try to hit 1,000 corruption? It's up to y'all. SciTech says the Judgment Paly. All right. Well, Judgment Paly it is. Well, I mean, nobody else is saying anything, so you have the right to be selfish. I got so mixed emotions on what to do here. I'm so this guy's unbuilt. You know, I mean, I've got a few things with augments on it, but this is the only augment that I've got that's purposeful. Everything else just landed there. So this guy is fully not geared out or set up yet. But I'm so tempted. This +3 melee damage per attunement for Judgment while unarmed. +2% increased area per attunement for Judgment while unarmed. And then -12 Judgment mana cost while unarmed. It makes me want to go unarmed. And if you go unarmed, then you go attunement stacking. And you use this shield right there. And I got a 3 LP one sitting there waiting for me. And then that synergizes real nicely with the Reflect build. Which that one, obviously, it went into a Nemesis and I got a low attunement roll. But it's at least the right roll, even though it's a low one. And if I don't go unarmed, and I don't use that, then I'm going to use one of these null pretends. I don't even remember which, nothing sold. No. I don't remember which timeline I was working on. Well, I guess let's go to Reign of Dragons and keep looking at that sword. I don't have any blessings yet or anything, huh? I got a couple. Yeah, let's go to Reign of Dragons just for the blessing of nothing else. Looks like I got some Weaver points too. I got 6. Holy shit. Where have I been? Oh, I never went and finished the rest of these. Actually, we don't need the favor caches. Let's go like that. That saves a point. Then we can come down to that. And then I think I want to go up from here. Let's just go to that. And then, well, I need to get to let's throw the shade in here. And I'll have to get to my stash before I can put something in those. Nope, looks like I died on that arena last time I played. Let's go this way. So yeah, I am very, very far from being geared. And I've got it set up to be the Righteous Fire style. So I've got the traveling Judgment Aura that runs around with me. Now, I do want to get the cooldown reduction on it. I'm not sure if I want to go into that no cooldown, but that's how you get the damage up. If you go into the no cooldown, but you can spam it, your damage goes through the roof. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have a pair of those. Let me yoink them just to be safe. I feel so tanky on this build compared to the VK. Obviously, I'm way lower, lower corruption. But it just feels so tanky in comparison. Even without having anything enchanted or whatever yet. And then when you can't spam, of course your damage falls way off. But I can just stand here and take all these shots, stand in the shit. It's all good. It's such a tanky build. Just ridiculous. Here's my problem with Judgment. It's so crazy powerful, and it feels so boring. That's like the main issue, is it feels really boring. And I'm not even using Vengeance, so I'm not even sure where the points are supposed to go. Eventually, I'm probably going to have mana problems, so I'm going to go into that. I should have went into Ignite Chance first, probably. But yeah, just such an absolute tank. Just stand in the middle. It's all good. Yep, that's going to come back to bite me with that dot. I don't know. If I could spam it more, I'd have to respec it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try respecing it. I would go back to this build for sure. Cloud Strife with the sub. Thank you so much. I would go back to this build for sure to play the Reflect build. I mean, I could always do that too. I could just put it right on. So with the Reflect build, you go with that bad boy. I'd lose a bunch of health, huh? I think I gotta wait until I get one properly enchanted. You doing a rogue explosive trap build with primals? Very nice. Let's go up this way and grab this. Oh shoot, I forgot to put stuff into my weaver tree. That's alright, we'll do it here in a minute. God, it's just so silly tanky. Just crazy. I mean, no chance or anything. And it's still this tanky. Just seems kind of crazy. See, that's another one that would fix my Void Knight, but I need the 2 LP. You know what? Maybe I just drop that belt. That belt is good. But maybe I just drop the belt. Maybe my hang-up is the belt right now. Is there another belt that offers good, See, the problem is you get flat void damage, percentage void damage on that belt. See, standing there in front of those mobs at this level and this difficulty on the Void Knight, I would have just been getting raffle stomped. I mean, it's just crazy, crazy how tanky it is. I need to try the actual DPS build, though, and see if I like it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I mean, look at that. That is so disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, I did not deserve to live there. What do we get? Minion damage on this? Let's just banish it. You feel dirty playing it? We'll just play a fire spin Paly. Oh, there, Lucalia. Get all the glory. And then you don't feel dirty at all because it's super weak in comparison to, like, the Void Knight spin. I mean, it just seems just absurd. Hammer throw builds are almost always good. One of these seasons, I'll probably do a hammer throw build, but I don't like the spam clicking, which I'm about to do on this Paly. All right, what do we want? Throwing damage. Yeah, we're not going to be needing any throwing damage. We didn't need that either, but whatever. Just takes so long to kill anything. I mean, they die. But it just takes what feels like forever to get there. See, the thing is these consecration auras stack, which stacks not only your damage, but your healing as well. So if you do the spam build, which I'm going to spec over to right now. Let's try it out. I don't even know where I'm supposed to put that one. Let's just respec all of them. And this is where you get into the spam, the no cooldown. I'm going to be out of mana so fast here. Need to get some points. Let's see how much it costs. So I get that many of them off before I'm out of mana. I didn't see the buff pop up. What is it called? Pious Offering. Or no, that's not the one. This is the one. Oh, you got to hit an enemy with it. That makes sense. All right, let's give it a whirl. I don't know. I may end up switching back and trying to get a fire build going here. I'm gonna have to start. You do the spam build, you have to hit you gotta use your generator. $79, level 80. I can use one of those better chests. I think it's level 80. We'll get some points back here too. Another thing could always do is try the spin build with a shield. Since not much of our damage is coming from the melee portion. And then that would solve the survivability issues. Dude's gonna run across the world, isn't he? I don't know. I may end up switching back, y'all. And trying to push this spin builder, finding a way to make it work and higher corruption a little better. I got to get my attack speed up before I can really spam it fast. Wrong turn. This is not bad considering I don't have any points in. Other than a few starter points. It's just absolutely crazy how tanky it is. I mean, can I really just stand in front of the laser beam guys? I think I can just stand in front of the laser beam guys. That seems so crazy. Wow. All right. What do we have in here? I have anything specifically for the Paly? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, you know what? Let's do one of our Aberos commands. I mean, it's not terrible. And it's so crazy tanky. Let me throw this into here. Yeah, that one's got to be jewelry. Oh, you know what? Let's just throw the belt in there. Oh, does that not count as jewelry? Oh, we can't do that. Oh, you know what? I threw that relic in, or that idol in there. I don't know. I'll figure out what to put in that one. Looking for a new game? Well, I mean, lots of choices, you know. Let's see how we fare against the boss. Yeah, let's even try a Harbinger. I'm standing in his breath, which feels so rude. I probably didn't even need to run out of that. Yeah, the damage just rips off if you know, you got to get your attack speed up is the thing. Let's see if I can take it. Oh, I did. Wow. You gotta get your attack speed up and your mana needs to be in order. I don't know. I would probably enjoy the Reflect build more, to be honest. It's like SciTech was mentioned the other day with the whole spamming of the generator and then the spender. It's not my favorite type of gameplay. I'm not generating the mana quick enough. Well, I forgot to put any of the points in, too. So this is granted with no points, too. Well, there we go. Don't die, damn it. Oh, shit. I forgot about the Harbinger. Oh, man. I mean, if you could spam those, I could see that damage really scaling up. Because all those do stack, but then, like I said, you got to play the generator spender rotation. And that's kind of meh. I mean, obviously, we would have to work on getting my mana regeneration way up, but like, you don't want to go any time without having the Judgment aura underneath of them. You see the numbers just scroll, and that's what this trash tier mana regen. Get our mana all the way up to full and see what happens. Pop Holy Aura too. I get 4 of them. And it scrolls off the damage. Yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. What do we got? Necrotic, melee damage, leech. I guess we go with the bleed, right? Out of those choices, anyway. So ridiculously tanky. Consumes a portion of your current mana and deals more damage multiplicative per mana consumed. Like, do you stack more damage in that? I kind of want to go to the aura. Where was duration? Area, shred. Oh. Feels like you got to go down this tree. Let's see. Let's see how it does just through a normal echo. I want to try a shade. We got points too. Only 1. Not sure where I want to go. I mean, we go like into the extra block chance and stuff. I think that's probably the way to go. Just 3 points. Oh shit, it gave me void damage? Really? God, I hope that scales up. I don't know. Here's my main problem with this. It feels way too much like Hammer of the Ancients. Generate, spend, generate, spend, generate, spend. And I've played way too much Hammer of the Ancients in Diablo 3 and 4. I appreciate the tanky ass bustedness of it all. But on the same note, just not sure if I want to live that life. You know? Yeah, I actually just got my Warden to level 100 before I started the stream, so I don't have any gear for him yet, though, but I'll definitely be doing some stuff on the Warden. In fact, I'll probably have a video just kind of going over the hero in general tomorrow. I mean, as far as easy, it's easy, you know, playing this Judgment Paly. Like, you're just so stupid tanky. But it's just really lacking pizzazz for me personally. I don't know, it's just not super fun. I could see this being just ridiculous as far as climbing. Both of the, I think that one is actually worth keeping for a maybe potential craft. All right, we got no more points to put in there yet. What time are we at? I got time to do one more. Oh, it's Oribus. Well, let's try Oribus and see if we get wrecked. Or see how bad it is. I have not, because right now as it stands, I plan on skipping this league because it just seems kind of bleh. They added some real nice quality of life fleet features, but they didn't really add anything as far as gameplay goes. Ooh, no, Orbis said no, but look at his damage ripoff. That's actually pretty decent damage. I'm gonna try him again. I mean, I just stood there and everything that time. No, he's blasting me in the face with that, but I am kind of motivated by how fast his shield was burning there as I died. Well, that's the thing, is it's not as good as Last Epoch, so why would I play a game that's not as good? You know, I don't have any obligations to Path of Exile. I don't have any obligations to Last Epoch. So I play what's the most fun, and I'm going to give PoE 2's new league a shot. Don't get me wrong. But my opinion, my general thought right now is it's going to be just like last league, and I'm going to play it for a day and then say, nah, and go back to Last Epoch. It doesn't matter if it's better than 0.2. It matters if it's better than other games that are out to play right now. And I've got a lot to do. I mean, I haven't made a mage yet, and I haven't made a forge guard yet in this season of Last Epoch. And it's super fun for me. So do I play a game that's meh just because it's called Path of Exile and has quality of life updates? Well, I don't have any obligations or loyalty to them for that. I think PoE 2 is going to be an incredible game when it launches. I just think it's very, very far from that. It'll get there. Like I said, I appreciate the quality of life and the things that they did change and add into it, but that's just not enough to make me want to play it. It's stuff that, like, you know, you look at it and say, oh my God, it's the best quality of life things ever, like with trading. But then you think, why wasn't this like this 10 years ago? Why did it take you guys 10 years to do this? You know? So I'm glad it's there, especially moving forward, but it's still a beta test. It's not, you know, a quality product that's ready for the many hours of grind past the initial, you know, obviously I grinded the shit out of it when it first hit, but they got to do something to make it worth revisiting. New systems. There should be a link to the patch notes down in the description if you want to read through them. It's a new season, so it's a fresh start, new systems. The main thing for me is I didn't go Circle of Fortune, so I feel like I could probably play the game endlessly and not get burnt out. Circle of Fortune, eventually I get tired of grinding for piles of garbage. So since I went trade this time, I feel pretty good about that. I don't know, y'all. I could feel the power of the Judgment Paly, but God, I just want to spin. And I've got some things that are really set up for the spin build too. Like this. I get haste. I still get all the damage reduction. And I'd get +2 on all the fire melee. And be able to work haste back into the mix, which that part of it is just huge. I would need to get a better one with increased health on it, I think. But I've got some good pieces sitting. And then, like that, attack speed and fire damage, that's just huge. I'm using this neck now, but I got mixed emotions on it. In fact, let's do that here before it's over. I want to look at the difference in my crap gear between what I've got going now versus attunement and unarmed versus using that axe. It's actually kind of decent for where I'm at. Yeah, I mean, it's super fun. It's just, you know, you'll see. You'll see. It just falls off and has really bad survivability issues. Now, if we went unarmed, we get those bonuses for attunement, which I don't have a whole ton of attunement, but I do have 31. And that seems better. And that's unarmed. And then we've got this silly axe. Where are you, oh silly axe? There you are. 638% increased fire damage. But we have to get rid of this to use it. Do I have an amulet I can use? Just throw that on for now. See what this one looks like. Way bigger numbers. There was even 100,000s in there. But how do you keep all that mana up? Yeah, that's what you do, is attunement and healing effectiveness for the unarmed build, which I think is the one I'm most excited about. The thing is it scales the flat. Which the way it's designed with Judgment is it doesn't affect the Judgment attack. It only affects the aura. So if you decide to do it that way, you ignore all flat damage and all damage from the actual melee attack. That seems really good with that axe, though. Holy shit, man. Big numbers. What is my survivability like, though? See, my crit chance drops a little. Or my block chance. Yeah, you focus on spell damage, exactly. That's what it's giving you, spell damage, for healing effectiveness. Which synergizes with a bunch of pieces. I mean, definitely nothing wrong with it, you know? See, 60% block chance versus when I'm using this bad boy instead. 70% block chance. Plus the effectiveness of the block drops. Quite a bit. I don't know. It's a tough call, man. It's a tough call. The other thing I'm wondering, and the thing I haven't tried, is doing the spin build and using that axe in the main hand. And then I'd probably still use the smite sword in the offhand. Just because I've got a good one and it's all set and ready to go. I would be very curious to try out a... that other sword that I was looking for all day and could never get. The Eye of Reen. That one's a 300% damage multi. And like the first thing everybody says is, well, you're an Ignite build. You're not focused on crit. Because crit didn't, Ignites don't crit. But you're attacking a bazillion times a second. So you're going to crit. Even without focusing your gear on crit. I mean, you'd want to put something into crit. You know, but you wouldn't have to, like, fully focus your gear on crit like my Void Knight is. I don't know, man. I got mixed emotions on what to do. I want to spin. You guys know I want to spin. But I also, this will be my third Fire Spinner Paly, and I already know that it drops off. And the survivability is really bad compared to the Void Knight. Now, you could always go into the Void Knight tree and get into this World Eater. You could always stack a bunch of Leech. But it's just not Void Knight Leech, you know? It just never gets to it. Even with going, like, really focusing on it, it never gets to that. And it just gets to a point where you're getting one-tapped by everything. So not only is your damage not very spectacular compared to where it was at, like, say, 100 corruption or 150 corruption, but additionally, every single thing that hits you kills you. So that's the challenges to overcome. So would have to find a way to survive and then stack as much damage as possible after. obviously there's some things that are very conducive to build variation this season. And like this thing, man, just the ignite spreading alone is so incredible. It's so good. But I also haven't enchanted anything. You know, I got like a jank chest. This was a fail from a Nemesis. I'm still using this helmet, which I would want to put a real helmet on. So there's a lot of things that I've got going here that are just not good, you know? Like everything is usable, but nothing is good. You know, I'd want to get movement. Well, I'd want to get a 2 or 3 LP, one of those. I'd want to get movement speed on it. And I think, yeah, I'd want to get a lower roll and that chance to receive a critical strike for sure. But this also frees up a ton. Those boots free up a ton on the crit. You know, reduced bonus damage taken from crits. Even a minimum roll is still 75%. That's pretty huge, you know? So there's lots of good things to be had here for sure. Just got to kind of decide what route to take with it. And like I said, having this kind of makes me want to go back and try the spin Paly more. You can pick up fire penetration and swiftness off of that. I mean, there's a lot that I've got that's ready to go already. You know, I just need to get to the level. Got to be level 82 for that one. Anyway, y'all, sorry for the short one and the late start today, but it is just about time for me to go fill my tummy. It is dinner time in the Juice household. So I am going to hop off here and call it a night. Thanks an absolute ton for hanging out, though, y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.